Hey guys, welcome to today's video. I'm George. Check out our buddies over at Zzounds.com. They were because they were nice enough to send me this Fender Vintera 2 Telecaster, 50's Nocaster, 50's Nocaster. Nice enough to send this over to me to share for you, to give you my honest thoughts, if I said that correctly. Cool. So let's jump right in, guys. This is a Vintera 2. This is a 2-color sunburst, currently on sale at the time of this video for $999.99. Normally at $149.99. So save $150. Sale ends December 31st. I was gonna lisp there. Pretty cool stuff. We're gonna go over what I think about it. I gig a bit. I fly out to play locally. Is this a good guitar for an everyday musician? How does it compare to other Telecasters? What do I like? What do I don't like? Mostly the feel, mostly the pricing, all that. We're going to get to hear it at the end. If you want to skip me rambling, you can totally do that. That is fine. I just think a lot of guitars sound very similar and can sound very good on YouTube. So I tend not to focus too much on the sound because we could all tone sculpt our sound as good or as bad as we want pretty much nowadays with what we've got. But what we can't change is the feel and the price point of the guitars and etc. And I try to bring you guys that. So we're going to start here at the headstock. We've got here these old school tuners. Look cool. I like them. You'll notice here that it doesn't say Telecaster, doesn't say Nocaster. So if my history is correct, Fender made these electric guitars first, mass-produced them first, under the name Broadcaster, but they had some sort of copyright strike. I forget against who exactly. Leave a comment. And they had to change the name. And while they were changing the name, they made these guitars with a no name. It just had Fender on the headstock. And they became known as Nocasters because later on, of course, they changed the name to Telecaster. And I believe it was something to have to do with like television, like something with that. Could be wrong, but just let me know. It's no biggie, man. If I messed up a little bit, it's no biggie. We're chill. All right. So again, Nocaster. The one thing that I'm not particularly fond of, this neck. This is and it says here, an early 50s thick U-shaped neck. Let me tell you, yes, it's exactly what it says there. It is very different from my other Telecasters. Here's my 1991 black one, and this neck is just superbly beautiful and, just wonderful to play on. For me, it could be different for you. But this neck is just beefy, man. If you like those beefy necks, to me, it's almost borderline uncomfortable. Like it doesn't give me my full Super Saiyan power. You know what I mean? Like it's like I can't transform into Super Saiyan with this neck. But that's just me. You probably could. You could probably go Super Saiyan 2 with this neck, but I can't. So something to think about. These pickups do sound different. For once, I'm starting to hear differences in Telecaster pickups. The neck is, it sounds like, how can I put it? Like, it's not honky. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's not this throaty neck. Watch. Like, compared to the other tellies, it's very throaty. And it has like that Stevie Ray Vaughan sound. Like, that comes with that neck pickup. It automatically goes like Stevie Ray Vaughan sound. This one doesn't. It just has a different sound. Not good or bad. It's just different. I find that the bridge pickup isn't as tonky. It's not as country. Yeah, you know, it's a little country-ish, but there's more twang in my other Telecasters. Okay? Don't know. I'm not an electrician. I'm not a guitar builder, but these are just things that I'm observing as a musician. Another thing that's a little annoying for me, excuse me, is there is no truss rod, or there's a truss rod, I'm sure. What am I hitting? Oh, my desk here. But it's not here. Like, you can't access it through the top. I believe that you have to unscrew the neck and adjust it there. Okay? I remember old school guitars doing it, at least old school Fender guitars having to do that. I'm gonna need some water or something. And to me, that's a major inconvenience. If I'm flying, whatever, temperatures change, guitars adjust, it's wood. Okay? So, you know, if I gotta make a quick adjustment when I get to the hotel room or whatever, there it is. Even when you get the guitar from any place, whether it's Zzounds, Sweetwater, Guitar Center, what are some other good ones? Musician's Friend, etc., etc. You want to adjust the truss rod a little bit. You know, they're shipping it from somewhere. Doesn't mean it's a bad guitar or it's a bad company. You want to adjust it to, one, your liking, and two, it could change a little bit from the altitude, from whatever, the climate itself. Okay, so, you know, just think about that. To me, that's really inconvenient. Nonetheless, you know, it's still a cool guitar. It's probably a little bit of a thicker body. I feel like it's just like maybe like 3 hairs thicker. You know what I mean? Like it's just that slightly thicker, which is cool. I like actually thicker bodies. If you don't know, I'm a big Les Paul guy, and I like that block of wood. I just think it feels great. Okay, we've got these brass saddles on the bridge. Look, that's cool. You see that all right? Hopefully. That's pretty cool. It's not a big deal to me. Let me show you mine. So this is my main telly, and this is kind of like a more modern bridge. And I like that. Like, I like the modern bridge a lot. I like that bridge. You know, I'm not like super picky with it, but I think it's a cool aesthetic, especially, you know, if you're a collector or something and you really want to go that 50s kind of style. It's very cool. The volume and tone knobs, they're like rounded off, and they're super smooth. I don't know what it is, but they like paid a little bit of extra attention, or maybe I'm crazy, but these knobs are just extra smooth to turn, and I do like that curved top. Like, it's like this dome. It's less angled, if that makes sense, and it feels good. Like, I mean, the knobs are cool. It's not like a game changer, you know. It's just something kind of cool there, something I'm observing. Other than that, it's a pretty standard Telecaster. The color's very nice. The 2-color sunburst. I think it looks pretty good. Very vintage looking, and it does come in another color. Let me find it. It's blonde. It's almost like a knockoff of butterscotch blonde, but it's not as orange. Okay, so it's a little bit more blondie than it is orange. And I love the butterscotch blonde, man. That color is just cool. It's very, very typical, but I don't know. I just like it. You know, can't hate me for just liking that. Anyways, is this a guitar I would, do a gig with? Honestly, no. And I'll tell you why. The big one is I can't adjust the neck on the fly. I would have to unscrew stuff, and dude, I gotta be able to adjust stuff, like, especially if I'm traveling. I get off the plane and stuff happens, man, and you gotta adjust that right away. So that's that. I'm sure you could probably adjust the saddles. Well, I mean, you can adjust the saddles, but I just like having that there, man. I'm so used to that. I'm spoiled at this point where I could adjust truss rods on all my guitars right there. I like that. But I get why Fender did that. They're trying to keep it 50's Nocaster style, and that's cool. Okay? I mean, you're getting what you're paying for. And the neck is just it's a little too bulky for me. I mean, I would try one before you bought it, see if you like the neck. If you're buying it for like really strictly like, I'm gonna collect this is a cool piece, and it is, and for $1,000 it's not bad. Granted that there's Epiphone guitars that are over $1,000, and I'm not talking trash about Epiphone, but this is almost like a reissue ish, without the name reissue, right? This is like reissue on a budget. By the way, it's made in Mexico. That kind of just hit me. My grandparents were made in Mexico, but I was made in the great state of Texas. Anywho, let's hear what it sounds like. I'll give you guys a little bit of what this thing can do. Keep in mind that the neck isn't adjusted to my liking. The action is a little bit high for me, especially on the bottom here. It's not a game changer, but you feel it, man. Like, I adjust my guitars very, very specific, and this neck is pretty thick. Okay, so I'm not saying I'm gonna mess up a lot. I'm just saying, man, like, cut your boy some slack here. All right, so I'm running through my NuX Trident. Down here, it's like at my feet. Gonna be pushing some stuff. Let's try some clean. This is like my typical setting here, kind of like a clean country thing. We'll see how it sounds. Here's the neck pickup. You can probably already tell it doesn't sound like your typical Telecaster pickup. Okay, we'll try some leads. Here's middle position, so we've got neck and bridge. Beautiful, beautiful, heartwarming melodies. And here's the bridge pickup. Yeah, there's a bit more tonk there, huh? Cool. Let's add a little bit of heat, like for some rhythm per se. Okay, I'm just gonna play some big chords here. Let's see. That's a bridge pickup, by the way. It does have like this nice fullness to it. Let's try a middle position. And neck. So one thing I've noticed about the neck pickup is it's not so much of a neck pickup. You know what I mean? Like usually those chords would sound really like wobbly on a Telecaster. And this one, they have like some nice clarity to them. So that's cool. It's different. It's different. Let's try a little bit of leads if I can. We'll try to do like some leads up here. Here's bridge pickup. Getting used to it some more. Here's that middle position with the two pickups. I like that. I like how it sounds here on the Nocaster, specifically in that middle position. It sounds pretty good. Now check out this neck pickup. To my ears, it's not very Stevie Ray Vaughan-ish. It's more like its own thing. Pretty cool. So, overall, guys, I would say that this is a really cool studio guitar, collector guitar. That's who I think this really appeals to. And did I say collector guitar? I did. Studio guitar and collector guitar. I'm like blanking out here. But I would say that this guitar goes for those. If you're looking to do one of those two or both of them, this is a guitar for you. Okay, I think it sounds good. You could get some good sounds out of it. It's got some mojo to it. You know, it's its own thing, man. Like that Nocaster thing, I think that's kind of cool. You know, if it was a real Nocaster, that's like another level. But you know, it's kind of like reissue Nocaster, unofficial. It's cool. Is this for someone who travels for gigs and plays local gigs, etc., etc.? I would probably say no, just because, again, it all has to do with the neck, the thickness of the neck. Just, you know, if you're used to Telecasters, you'll know what I mean. Okay, this is just a bit more thick. Well, yeah, a little bit more than a bit. And the truss rod, you know, I gotta be able to adjust truss rod in case something happens. I open the case, even locally, you know, I don't want to go through the hassle of adjusting it any other way. It's no, you know, you're going through a million things. A million things are going in your mind. The last thing I need is, okay, I gotta unbolt the neck of my guitar or whatever, take off the neck and adjust stress. I can't do that live. Studio, sure. You know, if I want a specific sound with this guitar in the studio, yeah. If I want to show it off as a collector's, yeah. I think that's pretty cool. But live, it's probably just not for me. Anyways, guys, hope you enjoyed this video. This was the third of all 3 Telecasters Zzounds sent me to show you. First one we did, if you haven't checked it out, we had this one. I think this is the FMT. This one is super modern. That's what I like about it. I got 3 guitars that are just totally freaking different, man. This is super modern Tele. Okay. My chair's creaking a lot. I got like your modern, your pretty much your standard Tele with the Player Series 2, and finally the old school Vintera. So check out these reviews, guys. Give it a like, a thumbs up, subscribe, follow, whatever, you know, all that stuff. We're trying to hit a goal of, let's say, 5,000. So let's hit 5,000 subs, and I'll see you in the next video. Comment what you like, what you want to see. Peace.